Chevrolet V8 502 engines I'm sitting next to back here. Our first speed trail we got on plane is over there to the left, but before we head to that, I want you to better look at some stuff here about the pump houses, folks. Now you got a bunch of birds here. The ones in the pontoon, same as the ones in the rocks over there between the pump houses. Except there's one big white bird over there. That's a great egret. The other birds are Florida cormorants. But there's something else over there, folks. Now I can't go past the yellow pontoons, get you any closer, but just follow the rocks to the right of where those other birds are sitting over there. Should be right in front of that big white bird, folks. There's a big alligator sitting right there by the edge of those rocks. I mean big. That's gator called Goliath, folks. He's by a wide margin the biggest gator around here we know about. He's at least 11 feet in length. Yeah, it's a shame though. He hardly ever comes to this side of the pontoons where we get to see him up close. And even when he does, he's not skittish, but he's kind of a grumpy alligator. See, these birds aren't really skittish either, folks. Well, getting ahead of myself. You see the pumps are running, one gate on the small building right now. I can't say how much water is coming out one gate there, but if they open all 6 gates in the big building over 24 hours, that pumps over 1.8 billion gallons of water. And yeah, plenty of fish get through those gates. These cormorants, they hang out here basically every day. When those pumps are running, it's like an all-you-can-eat buffet for them. Trust me though, they don't need the help. These birds can dive down about 24 feet, down there in short bursts, get to about 35 miles per hour. They're actually so good at catching fish that some folks just call them fishing birds. So they got some rules. This here's a flat bottom boat, so keeping it balanced, that really does help me steer and helps us get on plane more smoothly to go faster on the speed trail. So either way, it's in your best interest to maintain that balance for me. In other words, don't slide back and forth. At the same time though, I don't want anybody to be scared sitting near the edge. I actually encourage you to scoot as close to the edge as you can comfortably get. That'll help balance the boat and help you guys see better. It's a win-win. As long as you don't get you. There are rocks along the edge of these islands, so I can't get you any closer than this. Alright, later, Gator. Stay there so Tori gets to see you too. Through here, folks. When they fly by, the wake sometimes hits him right in the face. Gets him, yeah, pretty agitated. He's going underwater, folks. He calls the flats or the shallows. We call this particular area the shiner hole because it's a good place to find shiners, little fish some people use for bait. Now, There's a gator called Jessie that usually hangs out in this part of the Shiner hole in front of us, folks, one of our regulars, but she's been a no-show all day. So we're just going to take a quick look at her favorite basking spot, see if she's there. Even if she's not there, it's a pretty obvious spot, folks. You see the grass is matted down ahead of us here? That's basically her bed. And yeah, looks like she's still not there. Well, I just want to check, folks, to be sure. Let's keep moving. They do prey on these little boats. Y'all stay safe. We're going to eat the seeds out of them, but yeah, this one looks pretty determined to get a worm. Look at the plants real closely there, folks. You might notice some of the holes in the top of the pad. He calls the flats or the shallows. We call this particular area the Shiner hole because it's a good place to find shiners, a little fish some people use for bait. Now, there's a gator called Jessie that usually hangs out in this part of the Shiner hole in front of us, folks, one of our regulars, but she's been a no-show all day. So we're just going to take a quick look at her favorite basking spot, see if she's there. Even if she's not there, it's a pretty obvious spot, folks. You see the grass is matted down ahead of us here? That's basically her bed. And yeah, looks like she's still not there. Well, I just want to check, folks, to be sure. Let's keep moving.